A martini production.
Chatter that matters.
Dinner time to your Ramadan thing?
A martini production.
Chatter that matters. What's going on, guys? Happy Monday.
Then I'll do it myself. Don't worry.
Alrighty, Keesis. Happy Monday, guys. Welcome to Chatter That Matters, where Keesis is going to be doing it himself, apparently.
Hood Talk with Keesis.
Hope everyone's doing well. Episode 7 already. It's been 7 Mondays already. Can't believe it, man. But good to hang out with you guys for another week. And yeah, let's get to it. What's going on, Vision?
Good. Just got done grilling for the family, and I did my first run today. I'm trying to get back in shape for summer. So I did 2 miles nonstop, but I did 2.5 miles today. So every day I at least try to do 2 miles, but I can run, go, walk, run, walk. You know what I mean? There's no real goal for the first month, just to get back into the running. It's time to get like Jarhead and be buff 24 hours a day.
Once you get the hang of it, you're all set.
It's hard to do, bro. It's hard to do.
Good to have you, man. Who else do we have here? We got Jerry stopping by. Happy Monday, man. What's going on?
Not much. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I need to get on that same routine too. Been lazy.
Yeah, once the sun starts shining, it makes it a little bit easier to get out there. Good to have you. Keesis, what's going on? Happy Monday, man.
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
How's everything? Good? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Today's a little rough, but we're good. Pushing through.
Mondays are always the toughest pill to swallow, but good to have you. Piggy, happy Monday to you. How you doing?
Happy Monday, man. Just to be here. Voice is a little off at flew down in Georgia all last week. Carpet got a little wet. I had to go in there with some industrial solution to do kind of like mold mitigation.
Yeah.
And man, it knocked me out. So, but happy to be here.
Slow and steady. Hopefully you feel better. I know those sprays can get overwhelming if you use a little bit too much of them.
Yeah, and I did.
Especially at your age.
Wow.
Well, you should have yelled at me like he was just yelling in the background. I would have put the solution down.
Man.
Especially at your age.
He just can't yell at you when he's doing it himself.
Right.
Silva. What's going on, Silva? Happy Monday.
What's up, man? How you doing? Just
Doing
beginning
well.
of the week. That's it.
That's it. The train's left the station, and hopefully Friday's around the corner.
Yeah, hopefully. Quick.
Good to see you. Jarhead, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? Back on the road again. So
for work,
different hotel, different city. So
this one's fancy. Lights on the bed. Wow.
I know, right? It's where the magic happens over there.
This way you can see what you're doing.
I don't even do that. I just close my eyes, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Close your eyes. Pray for the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. We're gonna discuss some in no particular order. Sideshow is going to be celebrating their 30th birthday, so I wanted to go over with you guys on what you think we're going to see. We still have some reveals to be released, so we'll talk a little bit about that. And really, we're going to cover some more QC problems, unfortunately, coming out of PCS that a collector had. He had some issues with his third scale storm. So I think that's what we're going to open up with. But before we do, I just wanted to go through the chat. Let's set the mood here. And let's get it going because we got some people in here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Kicking it off, Unknown Avenger, what's going on? Some positivity tonight, saying it's crazy to say your opinions are the truth. You act like you work at the company. You guys are in groups, need to chill. You take this way too seriously. Go and do it better. You can't. He goes on to say your posts on Facebook don't change anything. Customer service always fixes issues. Without your social media, that gets 10 likes. Well, thank you for watching the content, Avenger. And we'll get to
Let's
your
get
points.
to 11 likes today.
11 likes. We appreciate it. Always easy to hide behind an avatar.
Here, which Avenger is he?
But that's okay. Travis, what's going on? Happy Monday to you, Travis. Bats in the Belfry, great to see you. Nerf Me, nice to see you as well. Happy Monday, man. Cash, hope you're doing well. We got the main man. Main man just spit it out beautifully. Sounds like you work for one of these companies that you're getting so worked up about. A show that has 10 likes, keep it moving if you don't like what they have to say. Well said, main man. Mitchell Lawrence stopping by. Great to see you. Visions in the chat. Who else we have here? We got Tony Stay Frosty. Happy Monday to you, man. Great to see you. Dilber. How's it going, Dilber? Great to see you. We have Washington in the house. Love the discussions. Love seeing other statue collectors sharing knowledge. Well, very nice of you. Appreciate that feedback. Let's cut to the chase. What's going on, Alex? More problems from PCS. When does it end? Is what I'd like to know. Appreciate the collector sharing these photos. It was pretty late last night they went up, but unfortunately, he received his third scale storm, and the skin, the paint app, and the skin was. He goes on to say fundamentally flawed. It was a fundamentally flawed product, and it should not appear on any statue from a famous brand factory. And this was the issue that he was having with the piece. Most of the video here. Let me mute this. I have pictures as well. It'll come out a little clearer. But you can, especially, you could pretty much just see speckles and bubbling. Do you see that? I'll pull up the photos as well. What's going on, Matt? Great to see you.
Hey, man.
So there's some video that he shared. And then we can look at the photos and we can really get in there. I don't understand how this can pass any sort of QC, personally.
What is that? Air in the paint, you think? Like air bubbles?
I don't know.
Or maybe dust, like some.
That's like dust, yeah.
They painted over it. Maybe.
You know what it looks like? It looks like they packaged it while it was still wet. You know what I mean? And maybe some of those little like floating styrofoam particles started to make indentations on it.
But it looks like it's still brown though. Like, wouldn't it be still like white?
No.
Yeah.
Like if the paint was wet, where it would have rubbed up against it and kind of.
So probably, so like the styrofoam soaked it in. You got the color.
That would be indented if it was like that. It's raised. So it's probably a little business is saying it's probably painted over something like dust or something.
That dust.
Yeah. How do you
What's going on, Ant?
But that's so visible. You know what I mean? Like that is no way this shit. Well, I'll be quiet and let John finish with the.
No,
Yeah,
please.
because
You can take it away, please.
When I do stuff and outside for like events and stuff like that, and I'm painting, and then if I leave and a gush of wind come out of nowhere, dust does that couldn't happen like that.
Yeah.
So it looks similar to that, and then you sand that down or you paint over it. You know?
As a DIYer, I even know, you know what I mean? When you get those types of issues, you have to sand and repaint. Sometimes you have to take the paint off, sand it, and then
strip the whole thing.
Yeah. So as a professional, I mean, and I know mistakes happen with everyone, but this is more than a mistake. This is visible. It's like she has, well, I won't even go there, but it's like it's something going on with her skin. How do you see that and still box it up and not say we can't send it?
I would say it's more on the worker just being lazy because they don't want to get caught. They messed up. They know they got to strip that, so they probably want to leave for New Year's, like for the New Year's or something, for the Chinese New Year's.
But I'm sure by the numbers, I'm sure it's tied to whatever worker was kind of maybe packaging this one. So it's almost like I would rather take the scolding for having to repaint it than really take the scolding for sending it out and it's tracked back to me because I'm a reflection. No one's gonna say, "Oh, that was Piggy that did that or Vision that did that." If you're the consumer, you're gonna say that's the company that did that. So I would rather just take the reprimand for having to maybe paint it twice than take the reprimand for sending something out that's a representation of our company looking like that.
Yeah, because things happen. You know, like nothing's like I said, like no sessions are ever perfect. But that was you can tell how perfect that paint looks. They painted over that.
Yeah.
You can see it blended in and the little, I mean.
If you're a worker, just take the reprimand, sand it down, repaint it.
What's going on, McFly? Good to see you, man. Yeah, so it's unfortunate. And this really goes to this was really my point of my post earlier in the week that unfortunately got completely misconstrued, where I had stated what's going on, right? What's going on with PCS and why are there so many issues? It just seems to be issue after issue after issue. Now, that being said, of course these issues are getting rectified. Ant has come out and had stated that these are going to be getting rectified. Let me see if I can actually find the post here quickly. But the point here is that's great that they're being rectified. The customer service there, fantastic. He's taking care of the issues. That's what we want. But at the same time, at what point do you sit back and say, hey, we have a problem on our hands when every release is coming out and there's some sort of issue attached to it?
That's when you just turn the comments off.
Well, or delete them at least.
No, but I was thinking about this earlier too. You know, it's like you got this big name company that's doing these licensed pieces or whatever, right? And when I was unboxing that Wolverine the other day, it's like you would expect that from a custom group. Like, you know, that's what people will think, that, you know, customs are like, well, you know, they're gonna have shit like, you know, QC and all this stuff, but I haven't had QC issues like that, you know, with a custom. So if this is a custom group being able to do the great quality work, why can't a licensed big name company do the same thing?
Yeah.
I was thinking earlier, you know, when I said maybe they need to change factories. What if he's taking like a shortcut on his end with like a maybe less expensive factory, and, you know, not to bash the factory that he's working with, but maybe they're just not there yet, skill wise or whatever it may be, to put out the quality work that's supposed to come with it.
Yeah, because there are higher end factories out there that, you know, that are better than other ones.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think at this point, things are gonna happen. Things gonna happen to statues that's in his control, out of his control. From the time it leaves the factories to the consumer. My only issue is literally him being online. I hate to say it. That's my only issue. Like, when that last post he put out, we all know it was about John, but it's kind of, I don't know. I'm over it, to be honest, personally. I'm just like, give us good statues at this point. People are going to buy it anyway. Don't matter if people think you're in the right or wrong in the situation or whatever it may be. Just put out good statues, keep your head down, be quiet. Like, have people handle that. I thought his response the first time, which was, hey, customer service will hook you up, blah, blah, blah. But even with Vision, the back and forth, like, don't get me wrong, I get where Vision was coming from, right? But as an owner, why are you doing that with a consumer? Why are you putting yourself in that? Even when he offered Vision to send it back, now you opening up floodgates for everybody who has something wrong to contact you directly. So it's a whole list of things.
But my thing is, like, they all say contact customer service, and which we did contact the customer service 5 to 6 days ago, and we got emails and stuff like that. That's why everything's good to have time stamped and stuff. But it's kind of weird that way, because they all be like, "Oh, you're a PCS hater," but I always advocated about PCS. I always said it that PCS was my second favorite company over Prime, besides Prime One, because they make things that everybody likes, and they're making the things that I like my turtles. I love turtles. You know what I'm saying? So like when we did email them and stuff like that, Mark from their company stated that it's like that. All the statues are like that. So then when he's advocating that you can just send it in and we'll take care of it. If all the statues like that, you can't take care of it then, because you're not going to take care of everybody at the end of the day. So when Mark said that, he sent us pictures of the statues that they have there. He said it just like it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? And then I'm like, oh, okay. But then when we put it on the group, he want to say something totally different. Then everybody else don't know the context. Like, oh, we did email them though. We did do customer service. So my thing is, if I have a problem with Apple and I go to customer service with Apple, and if Apple don't solve my customer service, do I get to go hit the CEO up, or is he gonna give me a new phone? That doesn't work that way, right? So then my mind is like, well, they never contact customer service, just go straight to Ant. DM him straight then, because since Mark can't handle it, you get what I'm saying? But when I deleted, he deleted a message about the
I hear you, Jordan. There you go.
You said something, Jordan?
I think a lot of the context is getting blown out of proportion. I think people are thinking that, people are trying to come for them, basically like, trying to be PCS haters and clickbait and all this stuff for YouTube. And it's so stupid. Like literally all anybody's trying to do is report what's going on with the statues. You know what I'm saying? That's all anybody's trying to do. And people are, taking on the side of PCS and whatever. That's not what it's about. It's about, hey, there's these issues with these statues out there that we're trying to let people know, keep people informed. Like if I was into that group and I was buying their statues, I would want to know all the stuff that's going on, because that's indicative of the history they have with the products that are coming out with. So I want to know that stuff. It makes me, so that way I know if I'm going to buy that, whether or not I'm going to actually do it or not, because they've been having issues with their quality control. Yeah,
and I think he should just take it on the chin as well. Any criticism, because let's be honest, if I remember correctly, people were on Sideshow's head a couple of years ago, if not that too long ago, that Sideshow was getting the short end of the stick, and people were criticizing a lot of their pieces pretty hard. The only thing about Sideshow, you ain't hear nothing from nobody important. They just kept pumping out statues. That's it. And I think he needs to be the same way. Not everybody could be an LBS.
Just a couple things real quick. One, about the storm. I didn't really comment on the defect that was on that particular piece. It looks like it was just air bubbles in the mold that was poured into the cast, and then they painted over it. I mean, you guys may have said so. I jumped on late, so that may have been said. That happens. As far as like, head of a company getting into social media and saying something. I don't know. I kind of disagree. I like the fact that the guys are tangible and they hear what's going on in the community. I think it's more about what they say than about, them being in the community. If a man comes out and says, hey, listen, there's some problems, we'll look into it. We'll take care of it. In the meantime, here we got this, we got that. And like you said, just take it on chin, just keep moving, keep a positive thing. But to get in there and start talking about how you do business, what you're dealing with, what you're working on, and that's your own management stuff that you're dealing with. That doesn't need to be shared with everybody. But that's just, again, my own opinion. But I think it's good at the fact that they are taking, looking into things and taking care of it. I like the fact that imagine if I did have an Apple phone, or if I had something and the CEO was to contact me directly and say, hey, listen, cool. I got what you got going on there. We'll look into it. We'll take care of it. I like the fact that they're tangible. That shows a lot,
Sorry to interrupt a second. 1 second. Silva, you got to head out?
Yeah. Sorry, dude. I got to go.
I understand. No, don't worry about it. I know it came up.
All right, Jared, man.
Have a great evening.
Have a good
What's up, man?
Have a good one.
All right, guys.
Even when you DM him, though, he answers stuff like that. I don't have nothing against them or even like PCS. Now I learned though is like you can never really post anything in there because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's anything like that's not like 100% towards their agenda. You're a hater. You're this. Like what some dude said, like, oh, you just want to make them bankrupt. Bankrupt. First of all, I ain't got Leo and I ain't got Mikey. I'd be hot if it was bankrupt. And I'm a big advocate of it's something I like. I always put up front. Usually I don't never even wait till it comes out. I'll put up right then and there and like the down payment so you know that I'm going to do that. Then I'll budget my my thing. And I always said this: I got a $10,000 a year budget, but PCS has no budget. I said that every time. I said there is no budget with them. Whatever they come out and I like it, like the turtles and even that that new turtle thing they coming out. You know what I mean? Like I want them all because I'm a big turtle fan, so I never put that in the budget.
Good. Let's wrap it up with Storm. So he had come out. So we saw the issues with the issues with the Storm, whatever it was. PCS had come out. Hi fam, regarding the third scale Storm, we have one collector post about their issue with their museum Storm. That person has emailed customer service. We'll be getting ours for U.S. orders in the next 2 to 3 weeks. In the meantime, we are having our QC team go to our warehouse in China to see if any of the other Storms have issues or if this is a one-off instead of waiting for our container to arrive in the U.S. But rest assured, if this is a larger issue, then we will have the factory completely remake all of them if we have to. We are collectors too. Storm is going in my collection as well. So fantastic comment there for a fantastic resolution process. And that's what this is all about, right? That's what it's all about, turning on the camera, discussing this. It's not supposed to be animosity. It's not supposed to be anyone kissing anyone's ass. It's supposed to be business. This is business. A collector shared an issue with a statue. Not every YouTube channel is going to do it. YouTube channels are going to cover it. We're giving news. One company is held to the same standard as all companies. That's the goal. And that's what happens. And the end goal is to get these issues resolved so that we're getting the best product in collectors' hands. The whole thought process, because I'm reading comments, man, and I'm telling you, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I'm really disgusted as to how people are talking to each other in this hobby and the animosity that people are sharing amongst each other over complete stupidity, over misunderstandings, over something it's ridiculous. But my favorite comments are, and it boggles my mind, you should be contacting PCS's customer support. Yeah, of course you should, but don't post it on Facebook. Well, why not post it on Facebook? Why? Because it brings the issues to light? I think collectors should know. Do you think, I don't want to play the guessing game, but what's going on, Cool Game? Shane, do you think, I wonder that if it wasn't brought to light, if that comment from Ant would have come out, or if it would have been brushed under behind the scenes. No. We have the conversations, you bring it to light, and you post a resolution process like that. That's how it's taken care of. Perfect. There's no need for animosity. There's no need for back and forth fighting this and that. You don't know this, you don't know that. It's uncalled for. It's absolutely uncalled for. What's going on? Comic Galaxy saying paint bubbles typically occurs when paint lifts from the underlying surface. The loss of adhesion between the paint film and surface is usually caused by heat, moisture, or a combination of both. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for that. What's going on, Figure Kong? Great to see you. Dilber, how you doing? Happy Monday. The other issue is that customer service said one thing and the owner says another, so it makes you question who is being authentic. Another prime example in the case that with Shredder, right? We have collectors reaching out to customer service about the Shredder's leg lifted off the base, and customer service is saying one thing and is saying another. So where's the communication? There's obviously a communication break between the owner and the customer service that needs to be resolved, right? And these personalized resolutions that I see for YouTubers are great, but is everybody getting that same service? That's another conversation to be had. What's going on, Jojo? Great to see you. Shane, I hear you, Jarhead, but it seems it escalated beyond that. What's going on, Ramo? The whole topic is ridiculous, in my opinion, over nothing. Personally, I always contact them behind closed doors, not in public, unless it has to be. Yeah, but see, I just think that can help educate the community. Here's the issue. You do things behind closed doors. You do things behind closed doors. Who does that benefit? I feel like that just benefits the company. And it doesn't benefit the customer, the collector in the community who's buying that. Because now, with all the stuff that I'm seeing, with all the QC issues, whether you want to say a QC issue should be 2%, 5%, whatever you want to say, but I see that with every release, it's something consistent with the factory, that there's clearly a miscommunication or something's not being done. I wouldn't touch a PCS pre-order personally until I see that baby in hand, or until I can be rest assured that these pieces are coming in properly, because I'm not going to be dropping that kind of money and sitting back with the amount of QC issues that are happening.
So for me, like prime example, Mr. Popo, he had an issue with his diorama, Superman versus Doomsday, right, with the leg. If he hadn't said anything, people wouldn't have went and looked to see if there was issue with that leg with theirs, right? Mm-hmm. So like getting the information out there does nothing but benefit the collector. So that way, if there is an issue, there's something that, if like, for instance, like I said, with that statue Prime 1, if there's an issue with that leg, you're going to either keep an eye on it now or, look to see if you have any damage on yours. So it's doing nothing but benefiting, to get the information out there,
Was that Mr. Purple or was that Al with the Superman?
Was that Al?
It was Al, yeah. Al,
okay.
Yeah.
Tony Stay Frosty saying, I have PCS Wolverine and it's flawless. Then again, I have the blade dial and really disappointed in the sword. That's warped and plastic looking. That's another thing, right? So I feel like with the blade situation, why wasn't that rectified? Right? I never heard him come forward and say, we have this many people complaining about the blade and how it was done. Why weren't replacements sent out there?
I don't think there's really anything you can do, right? Because it's attached to the hand.
I don't think he thought it was anything to fix, to be honest with that.
But
I'm talking about in his mind. I don't think
in
he
his
thought
mind.
there's anything. Yeah, I don't think he thought there was anything wrong with it. I mean, he heard the complaints he had to, but I don't think he really that was high on his priority list. Like
they killed that blade on Shredder, though. I'm glad they killed that.
Right, they did a good blade on Shredder. They did a good blade on. Who else came with a blade? Was it the Turtles? Did the Turtles have any blade?
Nah, well, the Sai, I guess, on Route, but like it looks good, like Sai. So
why are collectors having to get them customized, repainted, and so forth on a piece that high? And I feel that goes down back to people sharing their opinions and who's vocalizing their opinions. And I really do think if things are done behind the scenes, I don't think the communication up front within the community is going to be as strong as saying, well, we're going to do this, this, and this. I feel like he's going to be present, but the step process as well, the factory's to blame, or this is going to be done, and I guarantee you this. The point of this is, and why I talk about it is, we caught the storm issue. There's an issue. It's been discovered by collectors, unfortunately, by one collector so far. We caught it in time, hopefully. But the point here is now to rectify it so that it doesn't happen again or with other ones. And now we can hold him accountable because he's come forward and made a statement and said, yes, we're going to take accountability for this. And if there's any problems with any other ones, we're going to get it rectified. If that was behind the scenes, we wouldn't have that in writing. We wouldn't know if with the issues, it could be too late to be having issues. Then you're going to be dealing with sending things back and so forth and a whole hoopla. So the fact that it was caught early and now there's accountability being taken, that's why I do this. I don't do this to disrespect anybody. I don't do this to get points. I got no agendas. I got nothing. There's no money coming in my pocket. I got nothing under the table, nothing. I'm doing this strictly to help collectors. That's all it is.
So, John.
Yeah, it raises.
No, go
ahead, Biggie.
So I was just going to say two things. From the side of, the only thing that really bothered me was some of the comments that were almost saying, you should have swept this under the rug. Yeah. And things don't get resolved from like secrecy. And my issue is, Why do you need to sweep it under the rug? If you're not coming being negative, saying, "Oh well," you know what I mean. You're not attacking the sculpt. You're attacking the finished product that you receive. So if you're paying $1,700-$1,800 for these pieces, it's ridiculous to think that you can't give your feedback when you get a flawed product. That's insane. Why would you sit there and act like some battered victim and say, "Well, I'm just going to keep sneaking behind the," you know what I mean? If something's wrong, something's wrong. Especially if you try to go about it using their escalation process. When that doesn't work, you do what you have to do to feel like you're going to get restitution. Would I have done that? Maybe, maybe not. Some people may not do that. But if you're paying this type of money for these statues, you can give your feedback whenever and however you want to, as long as you're not being petty and attacking things that are outside of what you're talking about. And I appreciate that type of stuff because I want to know what's happening before I spend $2,000 for a statue, $1,700 for a statue. I'll be upset if we get on here one day and I'm going off about a statue, and then when it goes off, like 5 of y'all say, "Yeah, man, I thought you knew." All of us be contacting them behind the scenes. Well, you didn't say anything. Maybe you could have warned me. Maybe I would have thought.
Yeah.
You know, I would have thought about my options.
And that's what JoJo's saying. JoJo's saying, reach out behind the scenes and then publicly if it doesn't resolve. But I find it problematic, and this is where I really draw the line in the sand. He came out in the community and he said, "We're going to change the game. We're going to change the collect. Sideshow's been here 30 years. Prime 1, however many years. XM. But no, he's going to come out here and change the game. A lot of talk. Perfect. It's great to have positivity and confidence in yourself. But you're going to be held to a higher standard when you're coming out here and you're expressing comments like that. You're going to be held to that standard. If Sideshow's been in the game 30 years, and I'm hard on them when it comes to QC, so is the community, right? Jarhead was mentioning a while back, Sideshow wasn't doing well last year, the year before. They were struggling with QC issues. XM, Venom, Arise. I didn't hear anybody messaging behind the scenes. They were messaging behind the scenes, but look how fast that hit publicly and caught like wildfire. And again, it's the same with Sideshow. No one's messaging behind the scenes their customer service to say, "Hey, this, and this." It's like wildfire on these shows. But when it comes to this company, I don't know why everybody has to be on the defense. No one's being disrespectful. All the posts that have been put forward have been respectful for the most part.
So Piggy said, "Stay quiet like a battered victim."
I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No. But see, you know, if you know, I totally agree. I think, you know, being public on things, I think what it does is an event was smart, and I think in a sense that he's had some trips and fumbles on his changing the game aspect of it, but you know, maybe he can look at it as learning steps. And I think what would be good is if by changing the game, he keeps his ear to the community and turn the situation around. Like by going public, it allows him to get in front, just like what's happening right now. Now he's able to get in front of some of these issues. Yeah. He sees them. He's able to go and say, like he said, "Hey, I'm going to jump out there. I'm going to look at the truck. The crates and see what's going on before it gets sent out." So this gives him the opportunity to get in front of it. Now he could even take that just by one person. If they were talking behind the scenes, he could have taken it out there too. But being out in public, he knows now, hey, listen, I'm definitely going to jump out there. And if he was smart, you know, he'd come out and say, "Hey, thank you, community, for bringing this stuff to my attention. These are areas of focus now I can look at when I'm trying to change the game. You're helping me change the game. I'm getting involved. My boots are to the ground. I'm hearing what you're saying. I appreciate the feedback. Let me see what I can do to fix it. Let me change the game by doing that. But thank you for your voice." Now that's what a smart owner would do. But you know, I don't, you know, leave that up to him. Do what he needs to do.
Yeah, I've been saying like he just needs to hire a PR like manager. It was like Queen Studios. They were another one like last year that had a lot of QC issues, and everybody was bringing it up. But you didn't see the owner of the company coming out. They got their PR manager. Was it John? And yep, we have QC issues. We're working on it, and that's it. And then just work on it, and people drop it.
I'm just so disappointed in what's happening. I'm just so disappointed on how people. He refers to the group as a family, but I don't I don't know. It's so disappointing. Dilbert says PCS has a lot of stuff coming out, and their product line is pretty diverse. 100%. Outside of the QC issues, PCS's lineup looks pretty impressive. They're doing a ton of IPs that people are interested. A ton. But they have to tighten up the QC. That's it. They got Star Wars coming. You know how much potential that is for that company? I don't think people are understanding as to how much potential he has in his hands. And to act like an ass, it's frustrating to run a mouth like that. And the people, the collectors who we're supposed to be together. No one's attacking anybody. No one's going into a group. No one's posting on a Facebook group and saying, Storm has bubbles. By the way, all the collectors who support this are asses. People who are updating with news and are getting attacked for sharing their experiences, it's wild. I find that wild. I find it wild. I find it wild. Let's see what Shane has to say, because Shane's a big advocate of PCS. Shane says, John, you had a similar problem with Todd at Spec Fiction, with people coming to his defense, and it's not because the issues you're bringing up aren't valid, it's because you come too hard. I don't know what you're talking about, Shane. It's very easy. You could go back and watch the video. We had a business practice stream, right? I don't know how this is even relevant. We had a business practice stream, and collectors came to me, because that's the point. And it wasn't against Spec. It was against all businesses. Business practice stream. Business. Spec was the main one on the target, okay? That's unfortunately. But look what happened. He rectified the issues. And I'm telling you, I haven't been hearing that many issues about him and the company as much this year and towards the later part of last year. So, I don't know. Maybe some feedback was taken. Who knows? That's not my problem. My problem is to share the freaking experiences. You're missing the point.
Look what happened with the PCS Daredevil. You know, that's another thing. People were complaining about that piece, right, for like a while. But he came out with a post now, and he's addressed some of the problems with that statue. He changed how it was. I guess it was looking down or something like that, and people were complaining about it. So he changed the actual statue, and he made the hole bigger on the base or whatever when he's coming out of the glass. So you know, that's the benefit of everybody complaining or saying issues and bringing stuff up is for stuff like that. You know.
So Matt, tell me from what Shane said, what's resonating with you?
So I was referring to something else. Not I was while I was typing, his comment came in after that. So I wasn't agreeing with what he said. So I agree with sometimes things get out of hand and becomes more of a topic than what it needs to be. But I disagree with him on the fact that you come too hard and that on his last statement. I disagree with that. I was agreeing with something he said earlier. So no, I think it's but I think that's what it is. Bringing light to a matter gets it resolved. You know what I mean? And it's not a matter of coming too hard or some people take something too hard or can take something out of context and make it too hard. But listen, I think the issue is you have these a lot of companies. You look at Spec Fiction, it had a run of having a lot of issues, right? From a whole lot of different people. But I think a lot of people were afraid to say something about it because it's Spec Fiction. And a lot of people like that. And I think that's one of the things I think is very beneficial about, especially on Collectors Club or Collectors Weekly or the program here, is that it's straight. It's always going to be straight, whether you like it or not. The facts are the facts. And you can form your own opinion about it, but these are issues that happen. And some people like Piggy said, you could be a battered victim, or you could stand up and say something. And again, I appreciate the fact that it brings light to the community. I appreciate the fact that the owners will put their ear to the community because it does shed some light. It does allow them to look at things, and there's a sense of accountability. So, I mean, the door has to swing both ways. When you're paying a lot of money, you expect a certain amount of things.
Something just popped to mind. I wonder if the people that are that really went in and were capping so hard about people just sharing their opinion, I wonder if it's the best thing about PCS for me, because I have some of their pieces. I have the Candyman on PO. I'm waiting on that crane like no other statue in a long time. We get such a diverse, like they're giving us characters that other companies haven't given us. So I think maybe these people are scared that if we're giving feedback, they're misconstruing it as complaining, and they don't want to miss out on the opportunity to get these pieces. And to that is like, well, you still want to get your feedback, because if you're going to get them, but they're going to be like the skin is bubbling or the weapons are plastic, are you really getting them? Are you still you're getting that character you want, but it's not in a quality presentation. So no matter what, it's always good to give that feedback. Anything that you buy, anything, I don't care if it's $1.50, you spent your money on it, you should be able to give feedback. And there's a difference between giving feedback and just feedback versus constructive criticism versus complaining. And I don't see the issues that were raised as complaining. It was more so like, I'm trying to get a resolution. I followed the avenues you've laid out for me to attain this resolution, and it didn't work. So now I'm going to have to throw it where I have to throw it, because you're going to make me whole for this money that I spent with you. And I don't see how that's a complaint.
But I also think there's something to be said for allowing due process to take place, right? Guys will have an issue. You have a problem. Allow for the company to handle it. But I think it goes back to what Jar had said, though. You have issue after issue after issue, and then it's a bigger problem here now. It's kind of like, look at your insurance. Well, I don't know how, in Canada it might be different, lucky dog. But in with insurance companies, you can say you have a car accident, right? It's not your fault. You were found not at fault. It's the other driver's fault. No big deal. Other insurance company takes care of it, but your insurance company finds out about it. You go another year, something else happens. Somebody else hits you. Not your fault. Somebody else's fault. So what happens is the insurance company raises your rates. You know why? Because you've had incidents. It's not your fault. But guess what? You're a high-risk problem because you've had multiple incidents. Even though it has nothing to do with you, but the fact that you had something happen, you're a high-risk person. You had a quote incident, so now we raise your rates. Well,
and
guess
as a
what?
consumer, you want to know that, right? Like as a consumer, you want to know that. And so your point is perfect. It's like, yeah, I want to know the feedback. If there's been an incident like 5 weeks in a row on like 5 different statues or whatever, it doesn't mean I'm not going to get it, but I want to be able to make an informed decision. And if it's people in the community that are holding these statue talks, I'm like, man, what good is y'all show if y'all can't even?
How many channels do you watch a day, Piggy? How many channels out there? Nobody says anything. It irks. So then leave me alone. Leave me alone if I want to talk about it. Nobody else is talking about. All I hear is, nobody here on this panel is forced to come here. I invite people. Hey, would you like to come? No. Okay, that's fine. You don't want to come. I understand this is touchy subjects. I understand this is things that people don't want to deal with. This is supposed to be a hobby that's fun. But I'm taking the bullet. I don't mind doing it because at the end of the day, it's for the greater good, in my opinion. I'm not benefiting from this. Views? What do you think? I'm going to get, what, 500 views? That's what I'm after? You think I care about 500 views? You think I care about the view? It's the point that it's being said, and this person will talk about it, and even if they don't see my video, this person can relay it to this person, and it starts to spread. And yeah, is it fire under the company's ass? It is. Of course it is. But if you care about your company, you're going to take that fire, and you're going to turn it and do better with it. You're going to do better. You're going to do the best that you claim to be. I hear all the time, this YouTuber gets this product, they review it, they're full of crap. I hear it all the time. This one over here, he doesn't tell the truth on YouTube. Everyone's complaining about YouTube and the content that it's not genuine. You have a group of people that step up to the plate and bring you as genuine content as you can get, and you're still complaining? Shut your YouTube account down and don't watch, is what my opinion is for you. Because it's utterly ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous.
That's because you have integrity, sir. And that's something that's scarce these days. And that's not at anyone in particular, but you're operating in the community with integrity because you have a platform. So you're helping people to make informed decisions. So I guess with that is going to come a certain amount of negativity.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
when I see people getting attacked and stuff, like if you're gonna come out and call your family a chat, if you're gonna come out and call your chat, your group, your following a family, then goddamn treat them like a family. You squash bullshit in the group. A family member says something to you. Do you disown them? Do you disown them when a family member says something to you? It's a crock of baloney. It's a ploy. It's smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. As of right
Yeah,
now.
but also
Agreed.
also some of his people that work for him, whatever the moderators, some of the comments they're making also, it's like sometimes you gotta draw that line as an owner and make some changes within that circle too. I mean, I don't know how well he's with them or how well they're into the company, but you got to change how you're processing, how you're working, because it ain't working out for you. It just isn't.
They blocked me. I'm like, wow. Like in 5 to 6 months, I spent close to 5,000, if not 5,000, just with them. And I'm not saying like that because I'm a baller. He said that's chump change. Okay, it's cool. That's just with them though. So that means I am not. Every time I say something about a statue, 9 times out of 10 I buy it. Like I don't really I don't yap. I mean, I just want to talk about it. Like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Not for me. Oh, yes, it's cool. It's not for me.
Also, I ask y'all, like, if y'all are owners of a company, it's a question for all y'all. If y'all owners of a company, right, and someone that's under you, because you're the owner, tell somebody else, hey, just shut up, enjoy the statue, take it as it is. And you're telling me you're not going to reprimand that person, or you're not going to change, you're not going to come out and say, hey, I don't agree with that, but you're just not going to, you're just going to let that rock, basically. Like,
no, I would just apologize. I'll talk to my employee, and then maybe they have maybe have to do training again. But it could be family members though, so with that, I just like you can't do that. I mean, you're trying to help out a friend or something like that, because I know I help out family members, and I wouldn't just fire them.
But how can you reprimand the employee when you as the boss are doing the same? You can't.
That's because I was like, you know what, I didn't want to go in because I'm forgetting I'm on their territory, and I'm not saying them bad. I just said this. I said, why you do this, and this is. Then I gave them my situation because they said, well, you should contact customer service. What I did 5-6 days ago, and this is what I said. But I didn't post on emails or nothing like that. And if you want, you can pull it up right now. Like I have all that, but I could have just posted emails and then because I'm speaking facts and stuff about certain things. But then like they're like, oh well, the leg shouldn't be all the way down anyway. There's no way. The statue is like this, right? But he's like this. He's still the front work, but he's like this, like he's dancing or something.
It's
like
the
that.
shredder, yeah.
Yeah, the shredder. So like some people are like, well, no, it's fine. You don't even see it. You don't see it. It's not about seeing or don't see it because how I have my setup, yes, you won't see it. But if Slifer, we use him as an example, how he has his setup with the lights bouncing off that wall, you'll see that light shining right through the hole, like because it's a big enough hole. You know, you know what I mean.
I have a picture. I have a picture here. I'll show it. But besides that point, the point here is we have a collector who reached out to the company in regards to that. And the comment to the collector was, well, they're all like that. There's no fix for it. They're all like that. But in the same stride, Ant is responding to a comment and saying, well, you can send me yours personally and we'll take care of it. Like, I don't... The miscommunication is where we're going to have a problem. And at the end of the day, guys, when the cards lay flat, the statues and the product will speak for themselves. We don't have to sit here and discuss it, right? We don't have to. But we will, or I will, because I don't think it should get to the point where you have hundreds of collectors ordering product, and until they get it in hand, that's when the resolution process has to begin, right? If we can find it early, like this storm, why not nip it in the butt to save everybody the heartache? Because I know if I was paying close to $2,000 for a piece and it came in like that, I'm just waiting for the LBS Hulk to come in with all the paint issues that it's been having. If that thing even comes even remotely close to what I've been seeing in the community, I'll lose my mind. I'll lose my mind because we're spending over almost $5,000 for a piece. And I'm hearing collectors say, well, if the paint's on the back, I'm fine displaying it. Are you mad? Are you mad? I think that's wild. I think it's wild.
Battered
For
victim.
me, with PCS, I think I still will buy their products because I do like certain things, but I think I will wait till the actual product comes out because there's been like, let's say 4 last releases, always something happen, right? They have minimum of 55 POs that's not released yet. And that's just me just going through just the spec fiction and stuff like that. And I counted 55 POs that's not even out like that. So I am not gonna like Devastator. I do like the Devastator, and I still always say I was still contemplating even getting it if they I know he's gonna do like the weathering and stuff, but I'm not gonna spend $4,000 on Devastator knowing that shit can happen. I'd rather just see it 100% how it looks and then go from there.
Yeah.
And I am a big person like, if you see something you like it, put the PO down though because it shows the support, and then it can get the thing going. Because I don't want PCS to do what Prime One does and be canceling something, you know. So like when Alpha came out, I wanted Alpha day one, 901, PO'd it. I wanted Shredder, fucking 901. I PO'd it. It's like that. When I say 901, literally 901. Enter, boom, bop, boom, bop, email, done. Because I want to support the company because I think they still make a lot of things that I like and they do good work on pictures, I guess.
I mean, I don't think that's.
What's going on, Big Blue? Good to see you. Sorry,
I don't think that's the issue. Because when PCS does good work, each one of us on this panel says that. I don't think there's ever been a time where PCS has not done something good and we haven't gave them their kudos. Like every single piece, it's going to happen in the future too. Even after this, they're going to put something out. It's going to look really good. And we're going to say that shit looks good. It's just the way it is. So I don't understand, and it's not now off of Ant. I don't understand how other people, because we know they watch all the lives. At least they're catching one or two. They know that we say that we give them their props, give them their kudos. We tell them that statue looks good, but they want to come out when we criticize them. That's the only thing that is kind of like what the F. But at the same time, people are going to be people. They're going to have their opinions on us. And if PCS is putting out stuff that they really like, and they're going to defend PCS. I mean, it's nothing about it. Like, I'm really excited for the Underworld line coming.
Yeah, ton of potential.
So,
but let's be real, Keesus, let's be real. If you saw let's say that Marcus comes out and you see what happened with the Storm, what's your first thought?
I'd be mad because I'd be the one getting the Marcus. They'd be coming in my collection like that.
Everyone bitches until it's a piece you have coming. That's right?
Yeah.
Everyone complains until it's a piece that you have coming.
So Comic Galaxy just brought up the point that people were in the comments saying that Vision should be banned from being able to buy future pieces and being able. Why would you even, if you're in support of a business, why would you even come out and say something like that on that business's page? You know what I mean? It's utterly ridiculous because he expressed.
One of the admins said working on it in time, and then they put like little memes and shit, like the God of War.
The whole time,
and that's very unprofessional.
The whole concept of throwing a collector, no matter what is set, like if you start talking about their families and stuff, like there's a limit, but a collector sharing an opinion, even if the opinion is brute, right? You don't know how different people articulate themselves and their emotions. The way to throw a collector away, that's what it is. You're throwing a collector away. Because what? It's monetarily, it's not worth it for you. If I was a business owner, I'd be messaging that guy, hey, sorry you went through this. How can I help you? And trying to get him on my side. Not adding fuel to the fire. That's me personally, but that's a whole other thing, man. For me, it hurts me how people are talking to each other. I'm not even in that group, and to see how I'm happy I'm not in that group because to see how
they were saying some crazy shit in that
to
group.
see how people were talking to each other. Animals don't even treat each other like that. Animals, you're savages, and the people who are liking it, the people who are liking the comments, you should be disgusted. You should be disgusted with yourself. It's
even he's liking it though. Somebody said, "Where should I?"
And let me tell you something. Anyone who likes their own comment, you need help.
I agree with that. But that goes back to what I was saying last week when I said you should have somebody. I'm not saying you got to have a big marketing team, a big PR team, but let one person be responsible for like your social media and stuff like that, because you should be like watching your chats as well. If you see people wilding out, you need to come as an owner and be like, hey, not here, guys. We're gonna keep it positive. Even if on the inside I'm like, man, I want to kill Vision. I'm gonna be like, no, guys, we don't do that. We don't run people off for giving their opinion. We're not gonna ban anybody. You should be policing that and not letting it go like it's the Wild West, because that kind of reflects on you as a company owner or as at least an admin on your own page, and that'll make a lot of people think twice about spending money with you.
Like he's like supporting that kind of
behavior,
encouraging it. Yeah.
So Shane's comment's great because I think it ties into what Dilbert said. My issue has never been with you guys bringing an issue to light, because anyone who knows me knows that I do the same. But making several posts a day about the same company group is overkill. At the end of the day, Shane, when my Facebook feed is PCS, reveal, right? It's going to reciprocate, right? If it's going to be issue, that's going to be reciprocated. I'm not going to post this issue because I posted half an hour ago another issue, right? It's going to be everything. It's everything's included here. It's a all package deal. It's right. You're not going to pick and choose what's shared. Tighten up.
I feel Shane on part of that. Just because it is getting tiring hearing about PCS in a negative light, right? Because you want them to do good. So it does get tiring after a while. But then it's like when I see the 5th damn post of PCS and it's just something else negative, it's like, damn, I'm tired of it, but they did it to themselves. They're literally shooting themselves in the foot at this point. So it doesn't matter if, people are putting out the same or a different post 5 times a day. It's a different one. It's not us doing it. We're reporting on it.
Man, I took good pictures. Fucking shit. Like I'm a damn photographer and posted on everything. I sold 4 of them statues. Like literally sold 4 statues myself. Just off of pictures. I'm sitting down.
Question:
What's up?
What do you think is the level of acquiescence that some collectors will have for a piece if it has an issue? Like, for example, Kisa said he definitely wants that Marcus. He's been wanting a Marcus. He's looking forward to that Marcus.
Yeah.
Well, what if the Marcus has something on it that you might look at and say,
yeah,
okay. I guess the question becomes like
you
some
can
guys
oversee it.
The blade. Right, you can oversee it because you have such a desire that you want that piece. You've been waiting for that piece. That's your piece, man. So you'll accept certain amount of flaw with it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the line is to where you'll draw that? Where you'll draw that line of what it is.
What's okay and what's not.
What's okay, what's not. Like,
for me personally, when I post, that's not my job to determine. When I post, you decide that. The collector decides that. I'm just there as the vessel to carry the news forward and inform the community. I don't determine for Kisis what's okay and what's not. I will determine what's okay for me. I may put in a little blurb. Wow, I'm not a fan of the PCS blade sword. What do you guys think? And I bounce it back to the community. Right?
Yeah.
It's not my decision as to what you can oversee or not. I can just bring up to my attention what I find. Like that Daredevil seam line, people were fine with that. When I looked at that Daredevil, that's the first thing I saw, that close-up photo, was that arm seam. The first thing I saw. Sorry,
do you have any pictures of the edited one, the new stuff? Because you really should,
I'm not, yeah.
You really should. Yes, that some of the stuff that they're doing is wrong, but you should also show some of the stuff they're doing right too.
Sure, but you got to understand, man. I have showed the stuff they're doing right. Marcus, I post everything I could get my hands on. You got to understand, I'm kicked out of the group, right?
Yeah.
So I'm getting what I can through the PCS main group, and I'm getting the other stuff that trickles in, and I'm trying to bring it forward as much as I can. Marcus was posted. The new Vampirella was posted. I try to find balance with what I have access to. I don't even know that PCS did that. I didn't even know that PCS did that. So if you have it, if you have access
Yeah.
to it, let's pull it up. 100%.
I'll send you the
And
picture.
that Marcus though, that thing looks dope though. I want to see it painted though.
To answer,
I like how they
Matt,
don't, I like how the wings are not fully, and I kind of like it. Like it seems like the backs. I don't know if they have plugs, but you can have it in or out. I think that's good too. They have
Smart.
plugs. I thought they had too.
But yeah, to Matt's question, Kisa.
Yeah, to Matt's question, I think I would look at it more. I'd be more critical of it because for one, it's a character that I really want, right? And then on top of that, I'm probably paying that high price point for that character. It's probably going to be north of 15, maybe. I'm guessing with that wingspan, probably north of 15. So if I'm paying that, I'm gonna be a little more critical. So it's going to be less things I'm set to. If it's like,
bro, how much is Conan?
2250.
2250. Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think Marcus is gonna come in at? How much is
Exactly?
Devastator?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's coming like Devastator. If it's coming like Devastator, Marcus won't be coming over here. But
I don't think it'll be that much. It's a 1/3. It's not a half though. So
yeah,
it's a 1/3.
It's 1/3.
Yeah,
But that
it'll be-
wingspan is going to be huge.
That wingspan, you got to account for that.
But it's just, I'm being more critical. Like if it was like I hate to point it out, but if it was like Sideshow, right? And I paid 7 or under for it, and it had some defects on it, then I'll be like, okay, can I live with this? Can I not? And then I go from there. But if it's a character I really wanted, and I pay that high price point for it, I'm not gonna look at it and be like, oh, can I live with this? Can I not? I'm gonna contact PCS and be like, hey, this is wrong. This is wrong. I need to send this back and get a new one, or whatever the case may be. But
so you're going with you get what you pay for, right? So like if you have a cheaper piece, like $600-700.
The best I can relate it to is like a tattoo artist. You go to a tattoo artist and they offer you $100 tattoo. Don't expect the work of something that's $1,000, something like that.
Yeah,
that line ain't gonna be straight.
Yeah. Here's the Daredevil you were mentioning. I can't zoom in here though. So what was changed?
The hole in the back.
Forward.
Yeah.
His face is forward up like this. His mouth open still.
Oh, okay.
Lizzie.
The arms look better. The arms look better here. The arms look better.
The hole's bigger. The arms, I think
I'm not seeing it now. You can see it. I don't know if you're showing it or not.
Oh, it's not showing? Sorry, hold on.
No.
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
You going through the pictures. I'm like, okay.
There you go.
So I personally really like the statue now. Like when I think of Derek, like this to me is an awesome statue now because they fixed.
Did they try to make the glass bigger?
Yes, they did. They made it bigger.
The hole's bigger, yeah.
So it makes more sense to me when I look at the statue, and he's not looking as much down now, and it seems like they fixed the seams. I can't really tell, but
it does. I zoomed in on your photo. It does.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, they constructive criticism from the community and fix the issues, and now they're probably going to sell more.
You know what the problem is with that, Jarhead? First, you know what the problem with that is, Jarhead is. Oh, I'll say. Sorry, go ahead, Keesis.
I was just saying, like, Jarhead, like, don't you think if they just released this first, like, you obviously saw the seam lines, you obviously thought that hole was too small for him to be jumping out of. I don't know how they're connecting him. If they're connecting him the same way, I know some people were upset about that. I wasn't
really. Like a rod or something.
How's it going?
Yeah, but it's just the fact of you saw these things that the community possibly would get annoyed at. So why not just? And I know when it did come out, he tried to say, "Oh, it's the prototype. It's the prototype," and he put it up for pre-order. And it's just you're shooting yourself in the foot once again. I don't know.
That's where this all started. This started because I put up a nice post in regards to this Daredevil. Respectful post, man. Respectful post about. I saw the seam lines and I'm like, wow, I'm in the market. I would have really loved a Daredevil. Missed out on the Iron Studios. I want a piece with the stained glass. I want a piece with the stained glass. I've always liked it. And I was in the market. And I had posted in my group about it. And was told... I would just went off. Oh, you're starting to cause drama. You should have private messaged me because I mentioned the seams. What the fuzz? Private message you. I'm not on your payroll to private message you. What do you private message you? I don't private message family. I'm gonna private message you. Come on, guy. Like The point I don't like is that Daredevil looks great. The improvements are good. The arm seams. Now we're talking.
That's a prime example. Getting in front.
That's
of
a prime
it,
example.
You know what
The point here is you were mentioning about constructive feedback and taking it, but he's still taking the credit for it. I had posted today about, hey, you know what? What did I post about this storm? I had said it's great that PCS is listening to the collectors. They're taking it back. They're taking accountability, and they're going to move forward, make the changes, and they have an action plan. He posts, we're not changing the storm due to any collector. We're doing the change because that's our DNA and that's how we do business. Just keep your mouth shut, do the change, and what do you have to get the last word into everything for? If anything, you're saying that collectors' voices are the reason you're making the change. It looks better on you. No. I want to say I'm close to giving up, but it's like, how can you? How can you not be on top of this? It's just irritating. Anyways, it is what it is. Anyone else have anything to say about anything?
Well, all I gotta say is I'm excited for what PCS has come in out, not just with the Underworld line, but I want to see where they go with the NBA license. The Jordan was tempting, but then Larry Bird kind of turned me off. But I just want to see where he continues to go, what other licenses he continues to get.
That William.
I'm hoping that, you know, he can, even if he says he's not listening to the criticism or to our opinions or to anybody's opinions, I'm hoping he's in the back of his head like, okay, I do got to tighten up in these areas. I get it tightened up. And I hope he stays offline. As an owner, I don't think I'm getting the wheel. I think I'm going to get the Lycan. I think I'm going to have room for 3.
I'm telling you, man, if he knocks out the Star Wars, that's something I would like to look to. What's going on, Slifer? Good to see you. Maybe you can't hear us yet.
You doing sign language?
Gang banging.
Gang banging.
Let me just search here for a second. I wanted to show
East Coast.
Piggy.
You want the pinky to you?
It's on Insta, right? I got it.
You got it? Okay.
I got it.
Slifer, man, I like your setup, man. I saw some other larger pictures of your room. Liked how you have those pieces on the wall. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't realize how big his room is. I've seen pictures of it too, and it's like this whole long.
Yep.
I was like, Jesus.
I know, right? I'm like, he's got a store? I didn't know Slifer had a store.
Hey, yeah,
can you send it to me, Piggy?
Yeah, I'll send it now.
Because the one I'm watching, I don't see.
How you like your setup and your lighting and stuff like that.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Like we should just get it.
It's a lot of trial and error. I'll tell you that much.
What do you have?
I would do.
I'll put it in the private chat, John.
Tk you, sir.
The mounts. What do you have? The pieces on the mount. The
Oh,
pieces
they're
that are mounted on the
they're
wall.
audio.
What are
they're
they
audio,
standing on?
video. You know, like those.
Got it. Yeah.
guys do.
Okay. Yep.
So
Yeah.
you just make sure that, like, I think the maximum weight I could find was 30 pounds. So that's like the max. As long as it's in the stud, you're good to go. So like some of these pieces are 25 pounds.
I don't want anything in me.
Like, you don't know until you try.
Yeah.
Happy 12 a.m.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I can't believe what the hell's going on, man. I just I'm not really in the loop. I just, I see stuff here and there, and I just can't believe like how this is going down. This makes you not want to be a part of any group outside of your normal clique of friends.
That's why I can't. That's why I can't let it go. I can't let it go because of I remember the times where we didn't have YouTube and the friends we can make this easily, and to have this animosity, it's
pretty crazy, honestly. I mean, I don't really comment on stuff. Maybe I'll comment stuff in our groups and stuff because I feel more comfortable in our groups. Because I'm not trying to go off and have these battles with people. That's not what I'm in this community for.
Jesse hit the nail on the head here. Ant and his fanboys don't like it, don't buy it. The same could be said with YouTube. Don't like it, don't watch it. God damn, Jesse, that 100%. Might be my new slogan, Jesse. Sorry,
don't like our critiques, don't watch our content.
That's it. I only have 10 likes apparently anyway, so it's fine.
But
no, people watching. People watch.
Well,
and you know why they watch? Because they feed off of that shit. They want controversy. They want to fight.
60
like
people in here, 10 comments, maybe 15. Watch it. Thank you. I appreciate it. You can hate me till you're blue in the face. It just lights the fire more. That's all. Oh well.
Just be careful who you guys go after, because some of these people, like, they're not. They're not going to be all there. No, I'm talking about other people. Like, be careful who you pick fights with. Some people take shit personal.
It's no fight, and that's
not,
the thing.
Not on our side. I think on their side, not on us. It's on them. I'm saying, like, you can't just come after people. You don't know who you're messing with or who you're talking to. Some people really blow up.
We got a $10 chat. Can you please run your fingers through your hair?
Yeah, $15 super chat. We'll do that.
Sliver says he's gonna come show. Sliver says he's gonna come show up at your door.
Hey, that could happen. Listen, man.
No,
that could happen.
No, come on.
That could happen. Listen,
bang
you
bang,
never
East
know, man.
Coast, baby.
You never know. All I'm saying is, you should treat people the way you want to be treated. And I'm not like a religious person or anything, but I live by that. If I treat someone a certain way, I have to expect that. I have to expect the same towards me. So I give everybody a clean slate. But once you start, throwing jabs and saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be allowed to buy anything. You shouldn't be in this group." Like, who the fuck are you? Yeah. Who are you? Who the fuck are you? I would love to know, because there's a lot of keyboard warriors out here. Like, I guarantee you, if we were in face to face, you wouldn't say that to me.
And you think it's bad? I think it's bad. Like, people like that behind it. YouTubers are worse. The YouTubers you think are your friends, I can promise you, are worse. They're worse. At least these guys say it behind your face. People say it behind their. People say it to your face in the chats. You could put these YouTubers. It's behind your back, and you find out even worse. That's another thing. We're not gonna worry about that. But
boy, the stories.
Yeah, boy. We're gonna show Piggy. Piggy's flipping. This is how you do. This is how you customize when you have a problem. How you customize a piece. Unfortunately, it had to come out of his pocket. But
shouldn't have to. But
should I put the volume, or
like
do you want to talk about it, Piggy?
Yeah. So this dude's name is Scotty Warren. He works on like the Walking Dead shows, a bunch of the shows down here. He does 3D sculpts, master painter. So I took him my blade weapons to kind of customize them, because I felt like the blade statue was amazing, but I felt like the weapons were kind of bringing down the quality of the overall statue. And here he's just going into like a few seconds of what he did to customize it, like how he sanded them down, used a certain type of blood paint, a certain type of chrome to go over it after he sanded it down. And I feel like once I spent this extra money and this time customizing the weapons, then I could really enjoy the statue. So I think the statue is awesome, but I think something as small as the blade for this type of money, I mean, I'm already paying this much. Charge me a little bit more and give me a nice weapon, because it's like I'm still dropping a couple $100 after I get the statue to kind of really make it pop. And now I love it now, but it's like, man, it would have been better if it would have came out the box that way. But again, everything else about the statue I think was great.
Yeah, but here's the flip side to that though, Piggy. I'm not going to take anything away from what you said, and I would agree with you. But let's look at Buck. He gets a statue and he'll take it and have it repainted, or he'll have something done to it to where he likes it even more or better. You know what I mean? You can always take a piece. I look at a lot of pieces that I've gotten in, and I look at the base, and I'm like, man, they could have painted this base a lot better. I could have had a better quality base. I could take it and I could customize it to do something to make it more to my liking. And I think everybody's going to be different there. And I see what you did. And it looks great, and it looks like you improved the product. But sometimes a company's not going to be able to do that on the masses. I mean, they're going to give you what they can do and what they got to. They look at something and they got to make cutbacks where they can make cutbacks, and how it comes out in the end, it's going to be that way. But for somebody to take something and improve upon it to make it more custom to what they like. You know what I mean? That's I guess you could say that for every piece that comes out of the box. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
All I gotta say, Piggy, is good thing it was only the blades that you had to get something done to. It could have been something else on that damn statue, but it was
it's a nice statue.
I wouldn't have got it at that point. And to kind of agree with what Matt is saying, I was like, I've been waiting for a blade. This gives me a blade. It gives me something to work with. I was disappointed in the weapons, but it wasn't to where I'm going to trash the statue. So I gave a fair assessment saying, hey, I love the statue, but I don't like the weapons. But to your point, Matt, yeah, I said this is something that I can work with. So it gave me a base to work with. So I'm okay with that. The issue is like it shouldn't have been that buttery. Ain't saying it needs to be like exactly how I made it as the end result, but it should have been something a little more metallic at that price. You know what I mean?
A little shiny.
Something shiny that shouldn't.
The problem is that Piggy, the pictures he showed, it was shiny.
Yeah,
it was different.
It was
different. Yeah. You know, like I think sometimes, look, I get it. Not everything is going to be exactly the same, but come on, man. Like,
no, it's like I need to see my face in it.
Yeah, I want to see a little more reflection in it.
Yeah.
It just, like that's just me. Like I had the statue. I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it. I just it just didn't work from my collection. But it's a good statue. It's just, look, if you're gonna put pictures out, try to get it as close as possible.
I agree.
If it looked like that,
I think a
lot of people would have complained and said, "Hey, can you fix this?" And then this wouldn't have been an issue. Like, "Hey, give us more pictures." We're like, "Hey, look, this doesn't look too right. Could you like maybe work on this?" But now, you can't even say that anymore. God forbid, everything is perfect. God sculpted it himself.
You're absolutely right, Slifer. It's like, if you're going to put out a picture, try to get it to where it is. It's kind of like, when you go through the drive-through at Wendy's or McDonald's or something, you see this nice big juicy hamburger on the picture, but then when you get it, you got this dry piece of meat with, just a sliver of, iceberg lettuce. Where's the romaine lettuce? Doesn't have romaine lettuce. It's got iceberg lettuce. Where's the big tomato? Doesn't have a big tomato. It's got something else. The cheese isn't the thick cheese and juicy cheese that you thought you were going to get. And I think that's what
you're telling us we should call PCS the fast food of collecting. Is that what you're saying?
No, but there's
the dollar menu.
But you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
right?
Of course,
I mean, it's
obviously.
there's a that's a marketing thing, and it's that's how that's supposed to go, and that happens. And that's what's good about holding them accountable for like you said, Piggy. It's like when I pull it out of the box, you already said the company already sets the expectation of what you're going to get when they post up a reveal or they post something up. So that's what's to get your juices flowing and get your mouth salivating for it, right? So when you get it, you're expecting that same feeling, or you're expecting to get what you got. But when you get it and you're disappointed, that's going to be some problems.
And to be clear, this is going to be, I'm going to do better. This is going to be all companies held accountable. This is not just PCS. PCS is just in the light because they're honestly doing the amount of stuff that they're putting forward. Them and Sideshow are really the ones just pre-order after pre-order.
So I have a question, John, for you. When you get your LBS, right, and God forbid, if it does come in with those issues we've been seeing all around, who do you not blame, but who do you put it on, LBS or XM?
So I go through my distributor. That's the first thing I go through, my point of contact. It's going to be done live. Everybody's going to see it. Everybody's going to see how it goes. Truthful, everything. You will be opening that box like I am. And if there's any issues, God forbid, it'll be through the distributor. Who does it fall on? I don't know. I've heard who's in charge of the QC. Apparently, I've heard XM is the one in charge of the QC issues. But that's going to be for my distributor to deal with. He will contact who he needs to and go up the ladder professionally. But it will be posted. It will be documented because LBS is going to be no different than PCS. Sideshow, same thing. They're going to.
But don't we already do that? Why
I don't know why.
We do it, but it's like we have to
explain ourselves.
Explain it and walk through it for the people who think that PCS right now is just on the hit list.
Like,
Well, I think Dilbert said. Dilbert said it best. The reason why PCS there's a lot of highlight on PCS because they got a lot of stuff coming out. It's just percentage. It's just percentage, and a percentage of things that's happening. They're posting a lot of stuff. You got a lot of stuff happening. A lot of pre-orders. That they're hot out in the community right now, so their percentage is high. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Congrats, Ross. Ross is saying expecting my Kirby LBS shortly. Are you getting the premiere version soon? Should be here as well. He should be here soon as well. So appreciate you tuning in. What's going on, D-Flex? Good to see you, man.
I just don't get that because I feel like we're probably the most impartial people because there's going to be people on the panel that say I like it, some people say I hate it, and some people just go, look, it's cool, it's not for me. But like, come on, like for them to come out and say, for people to think that we're like just attacking one company. No, listen, you put yourself in that position. You release all this stuff, deliver. That's it. Deliver,
even if you were humble, even if it was humble, but to come out and say you're going to be the best, shut down other companies, belittle other companies is how I felt with some of the comments. Then you're gonna face the tunes.
Slifer, also there were people saying like Vision should be banned, shouldn't be able to have their statues.
I actually
and they were clicking like on it.
I was thinking about banning him myself. Sometimes
I could see that, but no, but they were clicking. But like people, representatives from the company were liking those comments, and I thought that was unacceptable.
I would sell all my stuff from them. If it was me, I'd be like, cool, you just lost.
Vision ain't partnered with them turtles.
I would rather not buy it.
Vision ain't
partnered with them.
I won't buy your product if you treated me like that. No way.
Vision, I don't know what that. I got two more.
Did he paint it? No.
Vision getting buried with them turtles.
I don't think you have to sell. I don't think you have to sell. The only reason I say is because an artist took their time, and that was their vision, and they put the work in, and you can appreciate the art behind it still. Just because the owner needs some work doesn't mean I don't know. I still think you can appreciate the art, but I'll tell you this: every time I look at those turtles, I think of this situation, and that is where I'd get tarnished.
I look at him and think about when I was a kid and he had my only birthday party I really had, and I had all my friends over. So I'm like, oh damn, you know what I mean?
Don't worry, man. There's plenty of people who get custom turtles. Ask Jarhead Jar to help you out.
Only birthday.
You just got to be okay. A lot of companies have shitty owners.
Yeah. And like I said, this lineup here, this channel is a two-way door. So like Unknown Avenger, who had his opinion about the channel and so forth, this is a two-way door here. Nobody has to hide behind a username. If you'd like to come on, it could be one-on-one, it could be a panel, and have a discussion. We're more than welcome. A respectful discussion like tonight. Look, you don't see any keyboard warriors in here tonight, right? Because this is a respectful ship that's being run here. I don't tolerate no disrespect. You want to come here and have my door is still open for Ant. It's an open invitation. Never got a response. Come on here, have a conversation.
Yeah, if you see this, I would love to hear like your mind and how you're thinking.
Let's iron things out. I don't want to have animosity. Let's iron things out and have the conversation so we're all on the same page. This back and forth and it's just not going to work. It's so grow up, like come on, hop on. We'll have a respectful discussion. It doesn't even have to be live if you don't want it. Like we could do it pre-recorded.
Maybe you should PM first.
I PM'd him. It's still unread.
Don't PM me. I won't answer you.
And Vision PM'd him. So, anyways, if no one has anything to say about PCS, we'll wait till the next update tomorrow to... No, I'm kidding. Come on. You can joke around a little. What else were we going to talk about? What are we at right now? An hour and a half already. I think we could just touch on Sideshow quick. Let me pull it up here. Their birthday celebration's coming up. I want to say the 18th of... it's going to be that whole week, starting the 18th of this month. We saw some teasers, but I want to know any predictions of what you guys think we're going to see besides the teasers that we've seen.
I think they're going to drop all those... the ones that, obviously the teasers that they showed already, obviously.
Ross Potter? So Ross Carter is sorry for cutting you up. He's the one to be doing them sayings, them like voodoo sayings or some shit. The one you got.
No. Ross is an angel. Are you kidding me? He's from Australia.
Ross
He's our
is a
guy.
good guy.
Ross
We're talking about how dangerous Australia is, and he's made a different stuff than the rest of us because he's still alive.
No.
Ross. You know the guy I'm talking about, John. Though you know the guy.
I know you're talking about. That guy's a psycho.
Australia needs to be wiped off the planet.
Not the Ross. No,
Ross.
Ross is as good as it gets. Yeah, these ones, right? You're talking about the Hulks. Can you see the screen?
Yeah. I think they're gonna show Weapon X, Gambit, and Rogue.
Yep.
Mystique.
I'm excited
about
that.
Obi-Wan.
I want to see Obi-Wan.
I forgot about that one.
Obi-Wan, Weapon X. I'm very excited for.
Superman.
They can keep the fastball special, honestly.
Well,
I hope they
John
drop
Constantine. I forgot about that.
I hope they drop a bishop.
God damn, Betty Page looking a little.
You said they have a bishop?
I said I hope they drop one.
They ain't doing that.
Man, Sideshow is killing this year though.
Damn, this Death Trooper looks pretty good with the gold. God damn, that's nice.
That Batman versus Joker, that's Sideshow?
Yeah,
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Daniel Bell, Villar,
nice piece,
and
Canali.
How much that gonna be? That's crazy. Nice.
We did a Price is Right like freaking 3 months ago when whatever it was.
Yeah, I forgot about that piece because
they gotta show all these statues, man.
They will show everything. Yep. Mystique.
When is Sideshow? When they gonna show it this week or next week?
It starts the 18th of next week. They're gonna have. Let me pull up their YouTube channel, quick. They're gonna have an event. I think every day of the week, something like that. So
from what they've shown, is anybody gonna get anything so far? Is there anybody interested in getting one of the things that they've shown?
I'm interested in the Superman, and depending on that John Constantine looks like, I'm actually interested in that.
Red Hawk, Gray Hawks, and
I'm interested in the Gray Hawk.
Those three.
I might just get a custom Hulk. I've been looking at it for a while, but it's about to ship soon, so I don't know.
I love the way these Hulks came out. I think they all look fantastic.
Sideshow's birthday extravaganza,
Really?
kickstarting.
Man hates them.
18th of next week.
I do.
My mic's on, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, just want to make sure. So yeah, the 18th. Register, guys, $5. Here, I'll put this quick. I'll copy this while we're all here. Register, you get $5 in points. Now don't go leave the show to register.
Give me a free
$5. $5 help. Look, this guy's early already. This guy's already trying to register for the giveaway. Look, Sideshow, I agree.
First come, first serve, right, baby?
That's awesome. We're gonna do this with shits and giggles.
Yeah, but everybody pre-ordered that custom Wolverine or Weapon X.
That's funny. I should put happy birthday too. Sweeten them up.
They're not gonna pick you, John.
That's okay. I know I'm Canadian. It doesn't work in Canada.
They've seen the real you, the real Canadians.
Let's see. We're Saints. Besides Shane.
There's other statues that you'll put out.
Australians are who the Canadians think they are.
Huh?
Nice. They think they're nice.
That's the link. All right, cool. So yeah, this was their lineup.
Sideshow, you could critique them and they don't attack you. You know?
I don't think Sideshow really give a damn, honestly.
I don't want that to be misconstrued at Slifer because it's so important. We've been clamoring for communication between the companies, and I don't want that to go away. But it's like professional communication, man. Like, just be professional about it.
I'd rather just not talk to me.
XM's not as bad as PCS, but XM's had a little bit of issues too, where they start bringing emotion into it. I think the best company that communicates is LBS, Jay, and how he communicates. That's for me.
I just think, all right, if everybody wants to appreciate what the artist is making, just put out your art, bro. If people like it, they buy it. That's it. At the end of the day, whatever. I kind of like that because either you like it or you don't like it. Because now you open up the door for, oh, well, why don't you like it? Well, because you're a hater. Or like people just attack you for no goddamn reason. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Look, I don't even partake in commenting on stuff. If Piggy puts something up or Keesis put something up that they got, I'll look at it, or they're asking a group of questions, then I'll interact. But other than that,
I would have been up there all night talking to them people.
I do not interact. There's no need for me. I look at them as like sick people. Like, I'm good. Like, something's wrong with them here. I don't want nothing to do with that. And that goes for a lot of groups, to be honest. If someone asks me a question about something, maybe I post like, "Oh, where do you get it?" or "What do you think?" Then I'll give my opinion. But I'm not gonna just start like we're not in the climate where you could give your opinion and people not attack you. Like those days are over. Like, everybody wants to have a home team. Everybody wants to be tribal. I'm cool. I'm good. I don't need that.
I was getting attacked just by talking about Todd back in the day. So
yeah, communication.
Good
man.
Ayo, not yet. We're I'll keep everyone posted because we're gonna do the live watch party. So the second I get any information, we are going to have some fun because that's gonna be exciting. I think that's their chance to really shine. Quickly before we go, I wanted to give a shout out to this gentleman here. Where is it? Here we go. Benno. Okay, he got his Hulk. Confirmed that it's in good order, but goddamn, man, look how that looks.
Wow.
That is.
He put a filter on that, huh?
I don't know what he did. I'm not into photography. But
He
should put a child next to it. See how big it is.
What did he say?
He's a nice camera though, but it is a filter though. You can tell by the edges.
I have
around
no
it.
idea, but I'm telling you right now, this looks beautiful.
I better see some sweat.
Yeah, he just off these pictures alone had me almost want to buy one today. I hit up my guy.
Yeah, mine won't be here for 2 months, but I can't wait.
Those teeth.
Dude, who did you order it from? Let me stop. Let me stop. Oh
No,
my gosh!
No, I got
You
it.
might as well take a shot of that Hennessy that been there like 9
You
months.
said you said 2-3 months. Now you get that next year.
2 months. I got it from I got it from Cosmic.
Okay, so if you got it for somebody else, you would have got that joint next year. You would have. It'd be too late for you even send it back for any replacements.
Factory closed.
Anyways, guys, this was good. This was a good chat of that matters, a good discussion. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Good in the sense that I hope the feedbacks take it to heart. Just bury the animosity. Yeah, just bury it. Like I said, my door's open. If you want to have a conversation, everything can be civil. That's all it takes. But do you guys have anything left? Anything we missed? Godzilla won best. What was it? The Oscars best visual effects. I think
it deserves every award.
Yeah,
fantastic movie.
It was alright, man. It wasn't crazy.
The best part of the awards, we had Mr. Freeze and Penguin.
Oh, Piggy, that was so
Batman.
good. That warmed my heart, man. That was so good.
Man, I was like, you don't get these old ass
mother
off this stage.
And we all happy. Like, we were rolling after about it.
And the hate is really flowing.
Well, let's get to the next.
Hating on Godzilla, hating on Batman.
Michael Keaton still has it, man.
It's in his DNA, Slifer. Like
Michael
he's
still has it.
Yeah, I like put them in their seats. Somebody escort them off the stage, please.
Oh my god!
I felt bad for Al Pacino because everybody was after him.
They need to just keep him off the mic because when he was at the Game Awards like 2 years ago, it was just as bad.
I feel bad for him, but
Jimmy Kimmel was horrible.
I just saw clips.
Thursday night we're gonna have Ant, X-Men exclusives. He was gracious enough. We're gonna be doing that Blob unboxing.
Ooh, nice.
That's a really good piece.
I'm excited to see that one. Yeah, that's one.
I finally got into that group, and I've been missing out.
Yeah, so awesome. We're look forward. Oh, you mentioned it here. Hold on. Appreciate that.
He said he don't get no drama. I'm gonna keep you though.
You're gonna make their group toxic. You're gonna make that group toxic.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't want this character. Nah.
Man, you guys suck. Make a real character.
But yeah, anyone else want to drop anything? Any topics we missed? I think everything's been covered for this week. We got some shows this week that'll cover everything. And
This is heard. I think Leo should come to me for free. No, I'm joking.
Steve's doing his show tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, And then you have Constructive Outrage Wednesday at 9:30. And yeah, it is what it is. Friday's Club, and you have Jarhead custom produced. You doing a Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday at 9 or 9:30.
Heck yeah. And then Cash, of course, with his. Hopefully, he'll do his
Saturday Night Live Saturday.
Statue Chat Saturday Live, yeah, Saturday, which is always fun. Some great content there as well. So that's it. Vision, great to see you. Jerry, thanks for being here. Of course, Jarhead as well, and Kesis, Piggy, Matt, and Slifer. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I know it's been a long evening, so I appreciate spending some time with us. It's always good. Until next time, I guess, guys, collect responsibly, and we'll chat going forward. Actually, be nice to each other. One last thing, I wanted to mention on Facebook, on the Everyday Collector group, Dilber had a great idea that was kickstarted, and I said I would work with him on it. And what it's going to be is, we have a post, and if you experience any issues with any pieces from any company, we want to document what the experience is, what the QC issue is, and keep it like a running tab to see if it's a well-known issue, just to keep track, keep everything organized, and people can kind of share their pieces and the issues that they've had, and then we'll compare. And again, it's not for hate, it's not for anything, but it's to keep track. I think it was a good idea and a good tool that could be used for collectors. So
just QC or customer service, or I mean, what's the
probably just QC.
I think it was launched as QC.
I'd be either just unlimited to QC.
Yeah, but yeah, that's probably the best way
that way.
Yeah, but you can share in your comments the experiences and so forth, and we'll see how that goes. I think they could be used as a great tool. So I just don't want anybody. The whole point, guys, is in my group. I know some of the other groups, but I'm not going to speak for the other groups. That place is a safe place. As long as you're not disrespecting anybody and berating anyone or belittling anyone, voice your opinions, guys. That's what the whole point of this is. If we can't voice our opinions, then what are we doing? What are we doing here? So that's just how I feel about it. But we'll leave it here, guys. Thanks again, and tune in this week for all the great shows. Be true to yourself, and always remember, collect responsibly. I'll catch you guys on the next live. All the best.
So,
later, guys.
Take care. Take care.